What's up, world watchers? Today I'm going to be talking about the wonderful gift of Orgonite. Brought forward in like the 30s, Wilhelm Reich, I believe, and it's this idea that the universal life force can be more or less recycled into positive energy. What negative energy, low density frequencies it's carrying. This is an orgone generator or organ, a piece of organ, tachyon transmitter. I didn't make this piece. I bought this piece off the internet. I don't have the exact buyer's name off the top of my head. I can find it for you if people want to leave me comments or have questions on it. I believe this one's got, steel BBs in it, copper dustings. It's an orange piece from the copper dustings, I believe she said, and it's got, you can see other pieces of metal in there, scrap metal, I believe. But so I'm just decided to put some together today to make some. So because I realized that we got to get more of these out there. They spray me super bad with chemtrails. I got 3 or pieces of Orgonite in the house, but it's just not doing enough anymore. So I seriously think it's going to help the whole community and everything. I honestly believe that from all my heart. So I know that. So I'll just show you guys what my little take on them, what I've been doing. So went to the dollar store, got some supplies, got some non-stick spray right here. That stuff will help so nothing sticks. I've heard, like I said, this is my first batch. I just decided to record what I'm making. In all honesty, made my list last night that it's got my stuff on it. Your main ingredient is going to be this. Now I've heard there's some talk. Of course, this isn't an organic resin. This is Bondo. It's a 3M product, fiberglass resin, polyester resin. I believe it's all the same, but it's gonna have to do. This is my first batch. I'm only gonna be making, I'm thinking two nice size ones right now, so not too worried about it. And this was like 11 bucks, but I mean, for the betterment of the planet, you can't go wrong. Got some BBs here. I was gonna go with the copper ones. They were a little more expensive, and then I realized that they were full copper, and I'm already using copper wire. So I went with the zinc and steel ones just so you get some different vibrations, different metal energies radiating out at different frequencies then. What it does is if you don't know what this is, I'm just going to cover this really quickly. It takes in the organic materials, the resin, there's crystals in here then as well. And then those are the organic materials, and they take in energy, they absorb energy, and then the inorganic materials, your metals, radiate out the energy. It reflects energy, and so in this way, it's just like a recycling hub. It just it's certain energy or certain products in here are taking in energy, other stuff is transmitting it out. So this is what you got going. You can probably hear my birds in the background. One of them's mine at least, and then so I got this cup here to use for one of them today, but I haven't started that one yet. I just got my crystals going. I'm gonna be using this bad boy. I'll just show you my little setup here. A cup with a plastic funnel, dollar store. Set of 3 actually for $1. Can't go wrong there. So I got some other sizes for later. I sprayed it with my canola oil, and then just gonna I'm not gonna pull it out actually, but if you can look in there, trying to get a little better lighting. I got a crystal that's all wrapped up. The reason I'm not pulling it out for you, it's just a pure Tibetan seed quartz crystal. It's a chunk. It's not a perfect point or anything. Just a piece I had around. I'm just using for this, testing it out. And so I'm doing some things a little different. Some things I haven't quite seen, all put together in one piece of Orgonite that I'm just going to try since it's my first one, and I've just got some intuitions that these are going to be the best ways to go with. So I got an extra piece of copper that's my piece that's wrapped clockwise around my quartz is with intentions while wrapping and being mindful of what you're doing and the actual application that what the power this device you're creating has while you're building this. And so I got my metal rod and my copper sticking out. It winds clockwise around my quartz, and then it wraps back down a little bit, and then I've got maybe an inch sticking down in there, also coming back out. That's going to be in there. Bottom, it's taped off right now so that hopefully the resin's not going to come through too much. If it does, I got the bag in this cup. It's not a cup that I really want to ruin in any way, so I'm going to just have the bag catch any of the resins. It'll all just hold itself in there through the weight is what I know is going to happen. So I'm hoping is going to happen. Blessed be. And then, I don't see why it wouldn't. I'm just saying, covering all my ends. And then for my bottom, I'm going to be using a piece of black tourmaline. It's a grounding stone. It's very grounding, very protecting. You more or less are completely free from negative attacks from this. I have quite a few stones like this. Carnelian is another great one. Black kyanite is clearing and shielding, opening all your Meridian's chakras, but also that black great clearing, alleviating energies is the word I was looking for. And so with this one, as you can see, I wrap the bottom is clockwise. Clockwise rotation with my intention, and then up around the top is just gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be pouring the resins at different layers, at different times, for the different layers, so that I can more or less suspend things in the places specifically that I want them in. And with this, it's just gonna be right on my bottom, and then from that, not connected to it specifically, I've got this little conductor that's going to stick up, and then the top piece here is going to be touching the bottom of the crystal. Now, I'm not sure how sensitive to you people who are watching this out there to energy you are, but I realized with my copper, and I wish I had realized this before I started wrapping my other pieces I'm about to show you, is that the copper has a flow to it from when they pulled it in a lathe or melted it down and then pulled it into a wire. Now, it makes perfect sense, but just think about it, feel the copper for a minute before you start going, so that you can really conduct everything in the right motion. But I think I got most things right. Guides working for me and such, helping me out. But this is going to be like this, touching the bottom of the quartz seed then, and so that's going to radiate the conductivity back up and down through itself. Drawing up and down whichever way the current needs to be for that precise energy working at that moment, that exact piece of energy in the flow. Now, here's where some things you might not have seen before. I've never seen this before. It's just something that, like I said, received the intuition about it. Just wanted to go ahead with it. So I took a metal pan, again, dollar store. Big pan, making a hot dish or something. Only $1. Cut it up. As you can see, I've only used a little bit out of it. A lot more uses out of it. This is, at least a good 8 pieces, and that's an exaggeration right there. I could easily get 12 out of here. And then what I did was I took so I've got the quartz in the top, the Tibetan quartz seed, and then I'm using Brazilian, doesn't matter, but Brazilian citrine, yellow citrine that I've wire wrapped. I'll show you what I did. So I took 5 pieces. I figured out which direction the energy was flowing from them most, so that I could radiate that up. This is going to be a tower buster. I'm trying to make something that can just really destroy all the chemtrails above my house on this specific design. So I took them and I wrapped them counterclockwise up, and I got the lengths on like my five crystals is what I'm gonna have in there. And then, I accidentally wrapped 2 of them counterclockwise, drank this, and so. But then I decided I'm just gonna leave them, and actually, maybe I should switch it to 6, because then I could have the opposites frequencies. But as you can see, I got 2 here then that are wrapped counterclockwise, and these things are just little rolls of metal to reflect any energy rolling downwards in whichever direction. You know, inside's going to be reflecting in, outside's going to be reflecting out. It's very simple. Then the conductors are going to be sticking up, touching, or resting right alongside the quartz seed in the top part of the funnel. Actually going to switch this to six pieces of the little chunks of citrine I'm using. I'm just feeling that, because then I can get the balanced energies. What I'm going to do is going to have one counterclockwise, one clockwise, you know, one counterclockwise, and all these are be sitting like, take this, they're going to be sitting at points around it, you know, and then that's why I'm kind of layering the stuff in, and then it's all going to be able to drip down in there. The very top of this right now, it does have some BBs in it that I filled it up. I was trying to get a measurement on my BBs. I'm going to use this for mixing my resin in. BBs in there right now. I was going to use, I tried to get them all out of the funnel, but I had tape over there to cover it back up so it could hold the BBs in the first place. And you know, there's like 5 BBs stuck down there, so I'm just going to pour the resin with that on. They're just going to be at the top, you know, radiating out, reflecting at the top. I used a good portion amount. I know I talked to one lady, and you know, the 50-50 ratio is apparently an older method and older schematics, whereas the woman who made this one, this is extremely cleansing. Again, if you want to find out the exact brand, I got this one off eBay. I'm sure she has a website too. It may have been a he, honestly, I can't remember. It's over eBay, you know, it's not that personal, semi, but you know, not fully. And so if you want to get that one, I can figure out the brand name for you on that. Like, I'm trying to make my own, you know, it's just so easy is the thing I realized, and just the power in these things and the potential that they have is just unlimited, literally. I use the one, I carry one on my cell phone. Literally, I can attest to this. Use this to start my car. I'm not going to get into this now. If you want to learn more, I'll record another video on this, but literally my car was not starting, and I used this bad boy to start my car, just on the back of my phone. So, but got that. It's from a different vendor on eBay again. He also runs a site made with great intention, really pure energy in that. So you know, this one was designed more for sacral chakras. You know, depending on what crystals you use in it. The intention, of course, you make it with is just bottom line, one of the biggest things. And then, of course, your the crystals and your intention. I mean, that's really about it. You know, you can't you know, you could color it, and then you know, it's resonating at that vibration, and therefore enacting on the human psyche, human minds, human spirit, more in that vibration, in that light. You know, but again, it's all about how you use what you're using it for, and the will you're putting forth for it. And you know, I know these are extremely powerful tools of the divine that we've been gifted with, and you know, in the 1930s to be able to be realized as a potential for, in reality, for everyday use. So I'm starting to build. I suggest you guys do the same. I'll post a video when this one's done. It's going to be labeled part 2, and that's what I got so far. Thanks for watching. Much love, peace and love. Keep bringing the light down on this earth. We're just about there. Ascension, baby.